Today we are going to discuss about the certifications that one must get before going into the job market, looking for a business analyst or a Scrum Master role. Mind you, these two roles are different. A business analyst would be uh, more involved in documentation. Scrum Master would be more involved in uh, facilitation and making sure whether all the agile practices are done properly or not. And a Scrum Master would connect uh, players to subject matter expert and so on. So these two roles are different actually. And so let's see what certifications we can get uh, for business analysis and Scrum Master. So let's say, for example, today you've decided that you want to get trained in business analysis. What you can do is you can go enroll in a Udemy course and get familiar with what business analysis is. And once you're done with that, you can do some sort of a hands-on training. This is what I will recommend. I don't recommend going for this 12-month course where you have to pay around $3,000 or $2,000 in this 12 months course where they are teaching you Power BI, Tableau, and data visualization using Python. I don't understand why Power BI, Tableau, data visualization using Python is coming under business analysis. This makes absolutely no sense to me, at least for me. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. But then, in my understanding, a business analyst is someone who's going to be in the liaison, who's going to document requirements and elicit requirements, which is his or her major role. And what is what will a business analyst do with Power BI related content in that 12-month course? So this is something that uh, I I never really understood. Uh, but then what I would suggest is go in for a very short certificate. If you're going to go uh, for a training, go for a very short training where you get hands-on experience. So it should be, you don't have to spend more than 3 months to prepare for a business analyst role. 3 to 3.5 months max. And when I say 3 to 3.5 months, you have to dedicate 4 or 5 hours every day minimum. So that is around 35 hours a week for 3.5, 4 months. Anywhere around 3 to 4 months based on your comfort level. If you do that, that would suffice. The training has to be hands on. It should not be some sort of a theoretical training. It has to be hands on. There has to be a lot of anecdotal situations that are being explained by the trainer. If it's that kind of a very practical training with reference to an actual application, then you'll really understand how to do this job. And apart from that, I would also suggest go through the BEBOK, uh, and that's like the Bible for business analysis. It's called Business Analyst Book of Knowledge. Business analysts speak very high of that book for whatever reason. I do have that book. I have the hard copy, but then I have to. I've browsed through it, but I haven't read it cover to cover. But then I've heard really good things about it, and it's more of an academic kind of a it's more of a textbook. It's inclining more towards a textbook, and it's really informative. So you can go through that, and 2 or 3 months hands-on training would be 3 or 4 months hands-on training would suffice for you to put yourself into the uh, for you to start marketing. Having said that, so once you are done with that, or while you are doing that, while you are doing your training, I would suggest you also get a certification. Okay, so this training must not be geared towards certification. Okay, for getting a certification you do not require any in-person training. Okay, so when it comes to certification, it's a bunch of theoretical content which you would have to digest in some capacity, and then go and you can get a certification. You don't need, in my view, you don't need any sort of in-person training. So this is something that you would do separately, apart from your separately, and this is not a part of your uh, formal in-person training that you are taking. And just make sure that you go into a very good short economical training program, nothing too expensive. You don't have to spend tons and tons of money, uh, because you don't even know whether the content that is being taught to you is genuinely good content or not. So I wouldn't invest, I wouldn't say, okay, let's go get some business analysis training. I don't know anything about business analysis. I wouldn't just in a week's time go spend tons and tons of money and then start doing some sort of a training, as opposed to taking that those baby steps, maybe going through Udemy. You could get something for $10 or 500 to 600 Indian rupees, or $10 or 12 Canadian dollars. You could get a good course and go through it, understand what it is, and based on that you can select a trainer and then spend some money to get some real time uh, uh, practical hands-on training. Having said that, uh, let's go through some of the certifications that I'm familiar with. That is something that really helped me. So so what I would do is, so get something like this. So this is from the Scrum Institute. It's just $49. Now we are talking about certifications. Okay, so this is a Scrum certification. So even if you're applying for business analyst roles, you don't need a business analyst certification. A certified Scrum Master. This is called Scrum Master certification. Okay, you're not able to. Yeah, Scrum certification. It's just $49, and they also provide many other certifications. But this one, just take a note of it. Scrum certification. So if you have something like this, that would suffice. So it would. So you would have to put the logo on the right hand side top corner of your resume, and this would convey that you are familiar with both waterfall and agile. When you have that certified Scrum Master logo on the right hand top corner of your resume, it would kind of indicate that you are familiar with both waterfall and agile, and both you're familiar with business analysis and agile also. And you don't it's not a business analyst certification is not required to have, but you need to have some sort of a certification. So I am recommending this because you can get this in 4 hours. You just need 4 hours of preparation to get this. Just 4 to 5 hours of preparation, that's it. And to be very honest, and this is just my view, so other business analysts might feel differently. The certification will not help you. It's going to be some sort of an eye candy when it comes to your resume, but then it's not going to help you to crack a job interview, or it's not going to help you to perform your day-to-day activities properly. So it's not going to do any of that. uh, so I would highly suggest get a certification, and the purpose of that certification is going to be, okay, it's going to look good on your resume, and then the algorithm is going to pick it up. And a business, so even if it's going to be a business analyst, a Scrum certification would really help out. Even if you're applying for Scrum Master, a Scrum certification would help out. And uh, I'm kind of I kind of like these certifications because uh, you get it really quickly and it's to the point. There's product owner certification, scaled Scrum expert certification, agile Scrum leadership. So if you are really applying for any management role, you can sort of get these certifications. I don't know why they give Scrum certification for a Java developer. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But then I would highly recommend get a Scrum Master certification. And if maybe if you're already a experienced Scrum Master, you can go in for Product Owner certification also. So pretty straightforward. So you'll get something like this. So and then when it comes to certifications, something that you can avoid is, and this is something that we covered earlier. So so you can get something like this. Okay, so you can get something like okay, when it comes to certification, and we discussed about this earlier, I would say this says postgraduate program in business analysis. So you'd get some sort of a PG diploma or something to the effect of that. And I'm just gonna show you the syllabus. I think we can download this. Can we? No, it's not letting us. I think I have to give all my info. But then I did see the program overview and okay, learning path. Now it says certified business analysis professional, IIBA accredited course, Agile Scrum Master, business analytics with Excel. So all these things make sense. But what doesn't make sense to me is Tableau training. Why do you have to be trained in Tableau? Data analysis with Python. Why do you have to be a why do you have to do this? Data visualization with Python. So this is also visualization. And again, you're gonna learn Python and you're gonna do data visualization. Again, what's the purpose? Mathematical optimization for business problems. Okay, even this makes sense. Okay, although I don't understand this holistically, but then I don't understand why they are providing you Tableau training, why they are providing you business analytics training, which is actually data analytics, or uh, it's more geared towards dealing with data analysis with Python, data visualization with Python, and then business analyst capstone. So this is something that's really out of my reach. I really don't understand why do we have to learn Power BI? Why? So we've learned Tableau already. Now we've learned Tableau, which is one visualization tool, and now they are going to teach you another visualization tool, Power BI, and then they are going to teach you Cognos. So this is something that I really don't. I mean, I've said this enough. Now data science with R and data transformation course for digital transformation for course for leaders also makes sense for this to be here. A business analysis industry master class makes sense. This should be included. So yeah, so these things, so these elements, it looks relevant, but then there is a lot of elements to this training program which I don't understand why they have. You don't need to be trained in Tableau or Power BI. This is a major misconception. Now they've given the skills covered. So all these skills, this will be useful: elicitation and collaboration, BRD, FRD, SRS documentation creation, up until dashboarding and Scrum artifacts. All these things are relevant. But then data visualization, data analysis, Python, digital transformation doesn't make, it's not relevant. SQL database is relevant, mind you. But then the cost of this program is around uh, it's around $1,200 or something to the effect of that. I don't know. I think it's actually really expensive. I don't see the cost. I did see it some time ago. Hmm. Yeah, let me just click on apply now and see what happens. Okay, they're not telling the cost. It's online format, and this is kind of long, around 6 to 12 months, I guess. So, so this is something that I would really like to stress upon. You don't have to go learn Power BI and Python and R. You don't have to. If you have to learn Jira, Excel, SQL, that would suffice. Be proficient with all the Microsoft Office tools. That would suffice. And but it really, this one really costs a lot. I'm just trying to find the price. Hmm. Okay, so here it is. So the price for this course is $3,500. So that's the price. So so will I spend $3,500 to get this course? Not me. No. And I don't even want to do the financing plan. I don't want to spend $3,500 on 1 year of my time on this course. I think it's too expensive. It'll be around 4,200 or 300 Canadian dollars. Might be around 3 lakhs, close to 3 lakhs Indian rupees. I would not spend that much on this course. You can spend maximum what, 500, $600 max. But then if you go to Udemy, you could get this course. Okay, I'm just gonna search for business analyst and see what's coming. Okay, I'm just gonna search for business analyst and let's see what we find. Okay, so you can get something for $20. The complete business analysis fundamentals course plus CERT. And you can get this, the business intelligence analyst course. You can get this business analysis fundamentals, uh, business analysis working with use cases. So you can actually buy all these courses. You can just spend 60 or $80. Business analyst, software testing, processing and techniques, BPM, and this is really good. Business processes, model and notation, business process model and notation, this is really good. So you can just buy any one of these and start working on this is the first thing that you have to do. This is the very first thing that you have to do. And many people, they buy the course and they just keep it. They don't finish it, they don't train. They don't have the discipline to sit for an hour or two every day and complete this course cover to cover. Many won't do this. So I would suggest, even before taking an in-person training, do something like this. Just spend $15. This is just lunch money, right? This not lunch money. $15, that's just lunch money. Get this course, just go through it cover to cover. So once you are done with that, then go find a good trainer. Okay, now you know what you are getting into, so you'll be able to pick a very good trainer as opposed to going there without knowing anything. There's a difference. So okay, I'm doing this $15 course, it covers everything. Why do you why should I get a trainer, and why should I do a in-person training? Because you need some sort of a real-time knowledge transfer, you know. If you get that, it's even better. You'll be able to crack your interviews faster. You'll be able to understand how these tools are used in uh, real world, and you'll be able to get a view of the challenges that we business analysts face in day-to-day life. So you'll be able to get all those things. So that's the reason why you need to get some real-time training, so you can do this as opposed to getting this $3,500 expensive course. You can get something like this for $15. Oh, where is it? Okay, here it is. You can get something like this, don't you think? There's several available in Udemy, you know. And in Indian national rupees, it's just 500 or 600 rupees. So many business analysis course. Just pick one that you really like and start doing it. Now, having said that, let's summarize. Okay, now this is going to be a bonus content because this is something that I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm able to see me. I'm just gonna drag and drop. Okay, so this is going to be some sort of a bonus content because this is something that I'm doing right now. I am taking the Google Project Management course because I feel because this is going to be this is going to be my next role. I'm working as a business analyst currently, and this is going to be my next role. At some point, I see myself working as a project manager or a product owner. And Google is offering a lot of the certification. I have a Coursera membership. I got it for $290. So this is my Coursera membership, and I'm currently doing the Google Project Management certification, and it's for beginners. So I would just show you what and all they cover. So um, hmm. So I'm, as you can see, I'm already enrolled, and I think if I go to my learning, you'll be able to see. Just going to go to, just going to click on this, and okay, it's buffering. Okay, so this is what I'm learning. Uh, so this is how the course looks. It's really good, and it's self-paced, and these are all the contents of the course. Uh, so this is really good. I've finished. I've started. So all the green check marks that you see, those topics I've finished. So all these topics that you can see. So this is project management certification. It's really good because so as per this course, they say As a project manager, even if you are not 100% familiar with with the specific domain that you're dealing with, you, you should be you should still be able to manage them. That's the expectation as a project manager. So say for example, uh, I'm going to lead or manage a migration project as a project manager, but I myself I'm not an expert at data migration. I know stuff only on a very high level, but still I'm not familiar with informatica, I'm not familiar with SQL server integration services, I'm not familiar with a lot of other tools that they might use. But still, as a project manager, I must be able to manage that entire team. It's about dealing with ambiguity and dealing with uncertainty and the dealing with unknown. So, which is really interesting point. And this is really good actually. I'm spending around 7 hours a week, 3.5 hours on a Saturday and 3.5 hours on a Sunday doing this course, and it's going to be a long run process because I don't have that much time. And Google is also offering other certifications which I want to show you. Google certifications. Okay, I'm just gonna click here and then. So this is Google UX design. This is something that you can learn as a business analyst, to understand about the user experience and all that. If this is something that you're really interested in, you can go ahead and learn this. So it all comes up. All these things, all these courses, all these certifications will come with the Coursera membership, which is $290 per year. And if that's not a very big amount for you, I would say get the entire Coursera uh, membership, and then all these things you can just play around with anything you want. So I'm really looking forward to complete these two certifications. And one more thing about the Google certification is the Google Project Management certification is that it's geared more towards IT, but then you can also use the certifications to get any other management job in other fields also, fields outside IT too. But then from the way the course is going, I feel it's more geared towards IT. And then for the I think it's from IIBA, right? The project manager, the project management certifications that I get. I might be wrong. I think it's for it's IIBA. I think many of them, many of us, many BAs get certifications from IIBA. Project management. So this is the most common certifications that this is the most common certification that many go for project management institute, this project management professional certification, PMP. But then I would but I'm planning to get this because this Google, so I think it's kind of valid. I have a feeling that the general consensus is that uh, the project management professional certification is uh, the project management professional certification is the one that most staffs get. Most of them get it. But then I just decided, let me just try the Google project management because it's more geared towards IT. That's the reason. It's geared more towards IT, and I have a feeling that it's going to be more straightforward too. So that's the reason why I thought I'll just get this instead. And when I'm going to put this on the resume, it's going to look really good. That much I know. Especially when you're applying for project manager roles, it's going to look good. So this is just like a bonus content. So generally, uh, people go for this one, but then you could also take this into consideration. And as a business analyst, this would really help you. UX design, since you'd be proposing IT solutions on a regular basis, I would recommend you read up on this. Uh, Build wireframes. So this is something that you do. You need to understand the end user, so what they are going through and all that. So on some level, this is going to help you design a user experience for social good and prepare for the job. So user experience, this is something that you do as a business analyst. You try your best to give good user experience and make sure that there is no missed requirements and all that. So on some level, this might help you, at least when it comes to your effectiveness. uh, and you don't need a degree, and you don't need any experience. Same thing goes for the Google project management certifications. You don't need any degree, or you don't need anything else. See, no degree or experience required. So especially for those out there who don't have a degree and who are stuck on these minimum wage jobs. I don't know the term for it, the minimum wage jobs. uh, so especially for you folks, you can always go for this certification. It's going to really help you out. So this is the bonus content. This is something that I'm working on myself, so I thought, why not share it with everyone. So okay, so let's briefly summarize what we discussed today. So so this is the path that I would recommend. So today you've decided that you want to be a business analyst. The very first thing that you can do is you want to get familiar with what you're getting into. So go to Udemy, spend $15 or $10, get a business analyst course with good reviews, and go through the course. Take some time, a month or two, finish it, and then spend some more money and get some sort of a real time training, you know, with uh, with an actual trainer. Mostly it's going to be online, and you don't need to spend 12 or 16 months. You just need to spend around 3 to 4 months to finish that training. So before this, you would have spent 1.5 months or 2 months doing that Udemy course or that short course which I've recommended. So once you are done with that, or while you are doing that, get a very basic certification so that it's going to look good on your resume, which is this, from Scrum Institute. So the certification that I'm recommending is this. This would suffice. So this is going to look good on your resume, whether you apply for a Scrum Master job or a business analyst job. This certification, which will be on the right hand top corner of your resume, that logo, it's really going to have some weightage. So that's something that you'll do. It's going to take just 4 hours of your time. So that's something that you'll do when you're actually taking this in-person training. So once you are done with this, you have a certification, and then you can put that certification, and you can say you are familiar with all these things on your resume. You've inculcated a skill set. Now you can start applying for jobs. So many clients who contact me, they say, I've started applying for jobs, but the interviews are not working out. So I have many clients. So they'll say something to the effect of, I'm interviewing for jobs. I'm interviewing for BA jobs and BA positions, and I'm not able to crack these interviews. It's not going well, and so I want some sort of an in-person training. And I'll ask them, so did you get any training before this? And they'll say, I went through uh, some books, some YouTube videos, and then I'm now looking to somehow get this role. So instead of going into the market without any preparation. If you put some work, spend 4 or 5 months time, uh, and go into the market, it would be really good. You'll have a good resume. You'd have inculcated all those skills. You'll have a certification, and then now you'll be able to. And apart from this, you also have this exposure to real time knowledge. So the combination of these three elements would really help you crack interviews and get that job. And once you get your first positions, the positions that's going to come after that, it'll be really easy. It's all about breaking in. So once you break into this industry, it's going to be a smooth ride, relatively at least. So, yeah, so that's the summary of how to proceed when it comes to uh, business analyst roles and how to get job ready. So, hope this helps. And if you have any questions or comments, do post below. I hope you were able to get something of essence through this very compact uh, session. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day.